I'm surprised it's taken so long.
What did it say?
The usual muck. Some rot about stepping into a dead woman's shoes, and if she didn't get out of town, she'd end up like Agnes.
It's like something out of a Western.
Yes, only this is the real thing. Hello, Inspector.
Good afternoon, Doctor. Terribly sorry to interrupt you, sir. Just wondering whether I could have a word with your sister, sir.
With my sister? What on earth for?
Car lights again.
In private, sir.
It's ridiculous. As though I'd write this sort of tosh.
To deny writing this, Miss Griffith?
Yes, of course I do.
Then I must tell you that you were observed in the Women's Institute typing this envelope between the hours of 1 and 1:30 this morning.
This is absolutely outrageous.
What's going on? Amy, what's the matter? Would you
go
like me
away. Please, Dickie, go away.
to... You need a solicitor.
Not you. I couldn't bear it.
Amy, what's happened here? Amy?
Please, Owen.
I'll get my own man. He's first class, really first class.
Amy?
It isn't true. I'm sure it isn't true.
The police were lying in wait. They saw her.
Perhaps they did.
And the pages torn from the book were found in her understairs cupboard.
She seems to have a penchant for hiding things under the stairs.
Something else. I remember Griffiths telling me about a similar story that took place up north, which makes me wonder if maybe Amy had been involved and was at it again.
The torn pages you say were hidden in the house?
Yes.
That is horrible. Really wicked.
What do you mean, dear?
Oh, come on, do. There must be something.
You know who did it. Tell us, Jane. Tell us who it is.
Not now, dear. Not now.
I want a word. You haven't been telling the truth, have you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What were you up to last night?
I told you.
What, Megan?
I was clearing my head.
I don't believe you.
Is this your idea of being in love?
And I don't think Miss Marple does either. What was she just saying to you?
It's got nothing to do with you.
Tell me, Megan, I've got to know. That day in your bedroom when you said you felt so wicked, why did you say that?
Leave me alone.
And hating people, what did that mean? Tell me!
Get off! Get off me! Of all people, I thought that you understood, but you're just like the rest.
Perfectly dreadful time and everyone knows it.
Megan, I thought you were in bed.
I want to speak to you. Alone. Oh, alone.
So, what is it? What do you want? Well?
I want some money.
Couldn't this have waited till morning?
No, it couldn't.
You think your allowance is inadequate, do you?
I want much more than that.
In a few months' time, you come of age. The money entrusted by your grandmother will be turned over to you.
You don't understand. I want money from you. Nobody's ever told me much about my father, but I do know that he went to prison, and I know why. Well, I am my father's daughter, and I want you to give me money, because if you don't, I shall say what I saw you doing that day in my mother's bedroom.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I saw you tampering with her medication, one of the powder cachets by the bed. You did, didn't you?
You really are a very foolish girl. Perhaps you should buy some clothes. At least try and look like a young lady. Silly child.
Jerry?
Jerry.
Megan! She's the most honest person I've ever met.
Even Marple thinks she's guilty.
Oh, you've asked her, have you?
I saw her the other night, outside the Women's Institute.
You're not thinking clearly, Jerry.
Other things she said to me.
And it's not surprising. Just suppose that you've got the wrong end of the stick, which, let's face it, wouldn't be the first time.
What does that mean?
Accusing Owen, of all people.
He was lurking by the bookcase.
And poor little Miss Barton?
It's her book, for God's sake.
Just suppose that Marple's actually trying to help Megan. And rather than drinking yourself stupid and feeling sorry for yourself, why the hell don't you go round and find out?
Most crimes, you see, are so absurdly simple. Quite sane and straightforward, in an unpleasant sort of way. The truth was really very obvious. You saw it, Mr. Burton?
Did I?
But hadn't the confidence to put two and two together. Misdirection. The conjurer's trick, making everyone look at the wrong thing. In this case, there was horrid letters. The whole point was, there were no letters.
Of course there were.
I got one, Jerry got one.
Oh, yes, but they weren't real. Simply didn't ring true. Some hit the mark, but others were wide of it. The letters you received, for instance. So, if we put aside the letters, just one thing actually happened. Mrs. Symington died.
And the Colonel? And Agnes and Megan? Well, nearly.
Midnight snack, old chap.
Megan!
Richard Symington.
Megan!
I'm arresting you for the murder of your wife, Mona Symington, and Agnes Brown. And the attempted murder of his stepdaughter, Megan Hunter.
Megan, you all right?
Went rather well, didn't it?
I'm sorry. Oh.